you about the country known as Land of the Free. And no, I'm not talking about America, I'm talking about Thailand. The Thai word for Thailand is Prathet Thai, which directly translates to Land of the Free. When we think Thailand, we think of its unique Asian settings, customs, and foods, correct? Well, so today we'll cover its geography, a couple of customs, and its food. So this is Thailand, and it's a little bit north of the equator. It's 15 degrees north latitude and 100 degrees east longitude. It's in the northeastern hemisphere. The climate is typically tropical and it's generally hot, and because of its substantial amount of rainfall, it's usually humid there too. Some physical features of Thailand include mountains, forests, and rivers. Yep, so next we'll talk about a couple of cities in Thailand. First is the capital of Bangkok, which is right there, and Chiang Mai, which is roughly about here. Bangkok, you'll find plenty of friendly people as throughout the rest of the country, and the Chao Phraya River and many Wats. The Chao Phraya River runs roughly right here, and the locals use it as a water highway to go from place to place. And tourists, like you and I, would find it as an amusing way of traveling, sightseeing, and relaxing. Tourist-oriented boats are available for this purpose, and they stop at places of interest along the river. Wat Pha is among one of these places. Wat Pha is the oldest, largest, and most famous Wat in Bangkok. It is an astounding amount of Buddha images with 1,000 plus. It actually houses the largest reclining Buddha in Thailand. Its reclining Buddha is 100 feet long and 50 feet tall, and it's covered in gold leafing. The soles of its feet have 108 auspicious signs of an enlightened one. And most people assume that this statue represents Buddha relaxing and just kind of calming himself, but really it depicts Buddha's entrance to nirvana. And next we have Chiang Mai, which is in northern Thailand. People, tourists, and locals alike flock there in order to celebrate Songkran during April 13th through 15th. Songkran is the Thai New Year, and during this holiday, water is very, very important. It represents rejuvenation and purification, which is it's important during a new year. Back in the day, youngsters, they would bathe their respected elders, but now the custom has been altered. Locals will bear food gifts to the monks at the Wats and temples. While they're at the temples, the locals will bathe the Buddha images, whether they be statues or pictures, with scented water, bringing back the importance of water during this holiday. Nowadays, water fights are hosted throughout Thailand. The biggest water fight is in Chiang Mai. Locals will carry water in any form they can, whether it be buckets, water bottles, squirt guns, whatever floats the boat. But it's comparable to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, whereas it's the biggest celebration within the country. In Chiang Mai, definitely no one is spared, and everyone gets wet, so you better bring your umbrella. Alright, next we'll talk about their customary greeting. A customary greeting for the Thai is called the Y. It's spelled W-A-I. But just, what is the Y? Swasti crowd. Hello in Thai. And that little bowing thing, that was the Y. It involves clasping your palms at your chest like this and bowing just slightly. In this, the Y is used usually in formal situations, like maybe when you're greeting your parents, your aunt, your uncle, a teacher, but not so much when you're greeting with familiars like your friends, your brother, anyone like that. Anyways, come on in. Dan Kao Lao Rio Yang. Oh, that means, have you eaten yet in Thai? Or to be more precise, have you eaten rice yet? Let's go to the kitchen. Countries around the world are associated with items and icons that help identify them. For example, Australia can be identified by its kangaroos, The Canadians can be identified by their hockey and Japanese with their technology, but the Thai are definitely associated with their Thai food. In Thailand, they eat platefuls of rice to complement the spices used in their dishes. We have here two common rices. Here we have sticky rice. It is a shorter grained rice, and it turns opaque, sticky, and glutinous when cooked. It's more prevalent in northern Thai kitchens, and it can either be eaten with the regular fork, chopsticks, or it can be formed into a ball, eaten with the fingers, and dipped into various sauces. Our next rice is jasmine rice. It's a longer grained rice, if you can tell. It's more fragrant when it's cooked, and it turns white. This rice isn't as popular in northern kitchens in Thailand, but you can probably find it in like Asian restaurants. Next we have this spice right here. It's called curry, and this is curry powder. Curry tends to be spicy, and it has a distinct and pungent taste. There are many varieties of curry that include red, green, yellow, and orange curries. The red and green curries tend to be more spicy, whereas the yellow curry is more of a mild spice. And the orange curry is sour. In dishes using curry, they usually include chicken or pork, and some of these dishes include panang, khao soi gai, and musamin gai. Another Thai dish that's famous around the world is pad Thai. The restaurants that serve it don't necessarily have to be Thai either. I don't have the ingredients here with me, but I know a place that makes a great pad Thai. Let's go.
Where do we go? Nobody knows.
Pad Thai. Alright, here we have it, pad Thai. Pad Thai means Thai-style stir-fried noodles, because that's just what it is. Alright, let's see. Here we have the traditional rice noodles. It also contains bean sprouts, a lime to tie together all the tastes. You can add either chicken, shrimp, or tofu. It's preference, I suppose. And then there's also in here, there's carrots, you can get it, carrots, and scrambled eggs. Also, in more traditional styles, they use chilies, tamarind, and they also use a bunch of garlic. But this is all stir-fried together to create this wonderful dish of pad Thai. Well, that's all for now, but remember what we talked about today. Thai geography and cities, its customs and celebrations, and also its delicious food. Itadakimasu!
Take all of your wasted honor, every little past frustration. Take all of your so-called